Okay, so I know this exercise says layer styles, but the first thing we're going to work with is actually the crop tool. If I crop out beyond the edges of my photograph, actually what I end up doing is creating a larger canvas to work with. So if I hit enter, you can see I've got, this white around my car. Now I'm going to do that again, but I'm going to create a duplicate layer to do this. So I'm going to go Command J, and we'll create the cropped car. And there we go. And now I'm going to take my selection tool. And I'm going to select the car. I'm going to cut it, so Command X, and then paste it into a new layer. And I'll delete that background layer so we can see what's going on. Now you can see I've got this image and some space around it. So in my layer palette, I have this little button called Effects. Now I can add things like a drop shadow, and you can see the drop shadow there, and if I use these sliders, you can see it increases or decreases the amount of that shadow. So I could use a shadow or a glow, or I could bevel and emboss this, and basically all I have to do is use the sliders to show or to see what it is that this effect does. And so that's something that you can play around with. Pretty easy, right? So I'm going to cancel that. Where we really see this being effective is with text. And I'll just type in something. I'll choose different font. Let's see here. Just randomly pick one. Oh, this will do. And we'll make sure it's big enough that we can see it. And we'll call this Pink Caddy. And I'll change the color to a pink. And then I'll hit my check mark. Now the problem with this is it's quite hard to read. But if I added something as simple as a drop shadow, all of a sudden my text is very easy to read. If I bevel and emboss it, it gives it a bit of a 3D look. So you have a lot of control over how your text looks, and you can really dress it up with just using some of these simple layer styles. And that's what we want you to do in this document, is to put in some text and add a couple layer styles to it. And that's it. And as you can see, the layer styles show up in the actual layer that they're affecting. Okay.